Arizona, and I'm here on my residency. That's my first stop of the day up there. That is Pass Mountain South Peak. I think should be right around there anyway, and then I head along the ridge over to Pass Mountain and I kind of make a big loop of all these peaks over here. There are a couple I want to hit a little further back. Don't know if I'll get to those, but I'll loop around to Temptation Peak over there. I parked at a trailhead on the end of Meridian Road. It's either in Mesa or Apache Junction. We'll say Apache Junction. I don't think that's the actual summit of South. I think it's that one right in the middle, Pass Mountain South. And then I'll continue along the ridge to, I think, north, or Pass Mountain there. I think that's it. And then keep going on my loop here. Nice morning so far. It's January 4th. Started out around maybe 7:30 or so. About 41 degrees. Well, I could have skirted this, but decided to go up, so I'm gonna climb up right here. And then the peak is probably still further off in this direction. Okay, I'm here on the summit of Pass Mountain South, and North Peak is one of those high points over there. So it's just a ridge walk over there, shouldn't be too bad. Don't be fooled by what I said earlier though about this being my residency. I mean, it is my residency, but it's a little bit different of a residency. I'll explain that a little bit later. But I made it to the summit of Pass Mountain here. So there's the actual summit there. And looking kind of west towards Phoenix. Man, so many mountains all around. As far as the eye can see, just peaks every direction. It's beautiful. So here's the view looking east. Superstition's there, and then Weaver's Needle, you can see sticking up a little bit to the left of the Superstition ridge line, I guess. And the Superstitions extend further back too. And there are the four peaks there. Brown's Peak on the left. It looks lower, but it's actually the highest, the one on the left. And then it's Brother Peak, Sister Peak, and Amethyst Peak. So I've been at the top of Brown's. Haven't done the other three yet, but we're gonna get to that sooner or later. The Massasoit Mountains out there in the middle, and then looking north here. Anyway, to make a long story short, there's Pass Mountain South. I walked the ridge, which has a trail the entire way over there to Pass Mountain North, and then took the kind of easterly ridge down into that little canyon there, and then there's a saddle at the bottom where the trail comes up, which is the trail that I started on originally. I just kept moving, came up to that high point there, and then pretty much took the ridge and then climbed up to here, which is 3,000 something, I can't remember. I meant to print up a map with all the elevation points up here, but I just forgot about it. There is a little ammo box up here, and they call it Rogers Piggy Bank Mountain or something like that. I don't know, some family thing. Anyway, it's point whatever, 30 something. And then there's looking east. So more high points over there. That one looks right in the middle, like it might not be doable without gear. The one below probably is. This one over here, the middle one, may have a route up the other side that's a little bit more doable, but I don't know what I'm going to do now. If I'm going to just kind of go back from here, continue on. There's Temptation Peak there right in the middle. I'm going to try to head over to that and then save those other two for some future adventure coming from the other side, and we'll see. So down there at the end of the road, that's Meridian Road. That's where the trailhead is. That's where I started from. And that's looking south in this direction. I made it up to another high point north of Temptation Peak, and I'm looking kind of northeast now. So there's the other high point I want to do, and then I think that other one to the right, then a little bit lower, is separate. That's the other one. So that This first one right here, as long as you can get up that bottom little cliff, and it looks doable, then it's not gonna be that tough up to the summit. So that one's definitely doable. The other one, if that is the other one I'm looking at, it may be further back. I don't know yet, but it's probably doable too without gear. So this one, I'd say definitely is. It is not that far away. I don't know if I'm gonna go for it or not. So there's Weaver's Needle. Hope to attempt that at least eventually here. Hey Mark, hope everything's going well. For any of you that haven't seen this video, Mark from the Halls of Asgard YouTube channel has a video of his free solo climb of Weaver's Needle, which is really impressive. So check that out if you get a chance. The Halls of Asgard, Weaver's Needle free solo. Don't know if I'll be able to free climb it. Might have gear just in case, but that definitely looks awesome. So yeah, there's the top of that other high point, and then the 4 peaks off in the distance. I think I'm going to pass on these next 2 high points, attempting them anyway. Just better get back now. I'm at least 3 hours into this already, and probably have a good hour and a half back, if not more, then have to work later. Okay, there's a visual of the high point that was just on. So I actually tried to climb straight up. I grabbed what seemed like a solid, pretty big boulder, kind of jutting out. Just pulling my weight up. It broke loose, but it kind of stayed suspended in the air for like 2 or 3 seconds. I kind of just held myself there, and then I just pretty much moved to the side, fell, landed on my foot okay, and then the boulder just kind of fell off to my right, broke in pieces and rolled down. Yeah. So I bailed on that route just to be safe and went over to the right side here, and then there was a route over there. Well, I'm on the summit of Temptation Peak. This may be it for today. There's one more south of here that I may do, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to it or not yet. So yeah, I skipped the other ones over there. I think they're both climbable without gear. That's the second one down there actually, so it's a little further back than what I thought. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm here on my residency, but not the kind of residency you might think when you first hear that word. This is my hiking residency. My wife and kids and I moved here in mid-October. Stayed with my mom and dad for almost 2 months. We got a house pretty fast, and then just took a little while to close and whatnot, but we were able to get in there December 14th, and we've been there since and making ends meet. My wife's not working now, so I've been working full-time, just driving for Lyft, but gonna get my business going again here. But this is home now. I probably only live 6 miles in that direction, maybe less. Not too far. Pretty cool here. Yeah. So much out there in that valley, so much. 50 miles of suburbs and city and developments, houses, businesses. But then you go this way, and it's just miles and miles of pretty much wilderness, which is really awesome. I mean, you can hike up to the trail, and that's nice and whatnot, but you gotta come up here. The views are so much better. And the more in shape you are, the more enjoyable it is. So that's where training comes in, preparation, getting yourself ready to do this. All right, from the summit of Temptation Peak, I'm gonna get back down to the trail, head back to the car, get home, and see what the rest of the day brings. I don't think it's gonna be as good as this though. All right, one more time retracing the route. I'm almost back, but that is Pass Mountain South. I guess that's Pass Mountain Middle right there, and then Pass Mountain North Peak. and then went down to the saddle, went up here to that middle peak. Well, I hit all the peaks, at least the more substantial ones, down into that saddle, and then up there, went back behind there, looked at those other peaks, did that one, and then that is Temptation Peak right there in the middle. All right, well, that's it from here in Apache Junction, Arizona. I'm gonna try to have another video out within the next couple weeks, and then I'm gonna work on my first strength training for hiking video, which I hope to get out in the next couple months. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.